Welcome to our Kendrick Lamar song tier list, and today we're going to be taking 40 Kendrick Lamar songs and we're going to be putting them into NFR Podcast's tier list. And what's interesting is that this is coming out before Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, so we're going to have a separate video coming out for ranking every song on the new album, and we're going to be placing them into another tier list. So please subscribe if you have not already and smash the like button. But Lou, let's get into this, all right? Let's start off with Humble, one of his biggest songs ever. Where does it rank to start off the tier list?
Yeah, this is his biggest song, and it's an iconic banger just because of how ironic it is, because the song is called Humble and he's kind of humbling the game and also talking to his own ego, but it's braggadocious in nature, so I love the kind of dichotomy there. And to me, it's a great song. It's not, one of the best of his career, but it was a great way to kick off that rollout, bro.
I would even say maybe good. Like I was debating that when I saw the list, maybe putting it onto the
No.
good. Because in comparison to what else we have going on in the
It's
list,
such a banger, bro.
it is a banger, but like it's low-key gotten super old for me. But whatever, we'll go with the great rating. Let's go on to Money Trees, and this is one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs of all time. Was my favorite off of GKMC for a minute, and you could see how well it's aged over the years. And I think J-Rock has one of the best features of the decade on this song. So I'm going perfect with Money Trees. That's at least my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely perfect. So much nostalgia attached to it, and I think so many Kendrick fans love the song because you can connect to it so easily, especially the fact that it's a song, for dreamers, people fantasizing about having this paradise, and then, at the end of the day, Kendrick's kind of rapping from the perspective of someone that maybe can't achieve these things, and then back to reality, we pour you bish, you know what I mean? So I love the whole idea of the song. I think it's perfect, but let's now go on to the next one, which is How Much a Dollar Cost. And to be honest with you, Kendrick really just taught us a lesson with this song, bro.
Absolutely. And it was beautiful the way, he kind of led you into the storyline, how each verse, carries you into a different part of the timeline of that scenario. And this was inspired while he was in, Africa touring, and, how he started to realize, you have to see everyone on an equal plane. And I think that's, the concept of how much a dollar costs is
understanding the true value of a dollar.
Exactly. Understanding also what's your value and what's someone else's value, and how you should value everyone at the end of the day.
It's a masterclass in storytelling,
absolutely,
bro.
I think it's perfect, though.
It's definitely perfect, and it's the one song that'll never make me want to kind of ignore a panhandler ever again, especially when you see the implications of that it had on Kendrick. But let's now go on to the hard part 4, and yeah, Kendrick just had the whole industry on the ice pack after this came out. It was kind of a lyrical beatdown, and I love the fact that he's rapping over 4 different beats on this, bro. This shit is wild, and I think that, is it perfect? No,
it's not perfect. I wouldn't.
What's the flaw with it?
There is no flaws with it, but I'm not putting it next to How Much a Dollar Cost. I'm sorry, I can't.
It's one of my favorite all-time Kendrick songs.
I know.
Okay,
Listen, I love it.
I'll budge. I'll go to Amazing, but I think it's a perfect song personally.
It technically is, but we have to we have to sort this out properly, because you can't put this on the level of How Much a Dollar Costs. Let's say
Why
the
not?
other song.
Such a great song.
Oh no, the writing
even
is much
even
better
getting
on How Much a Dollar Costs.
his creative input when he's this is not the right style. Fuck. When he's talking about scrapping pages of notes, that was
I
genius.
agree with you.
But
It's an amazing song,
yeah.
but I would slot it into
I'll keep
amazing.
it at Amazing. That's fine. Let's now go on to ADHD off of Section 80.
Okay, listen. How about, are we putting it on the same level as the hard part 4? I think we do. I think ADHD's in that amazing category. What are you saying? This is one of the first songs actually that really made me fall in love with Kendrick's music, especially from GTA 5. So
yeah, bro. I spent so many days just rushing home from school to put in my GTA 5 disc and drive around in my Zentorno and just fucking cruise with ADHD, bro, and so many other classics. So yeah, even the message of it is kind of underrated. So I think it's an amazing track for sure.
Even a super iconic music video to go with it, how he goes into
the liquor
depth.
store.
Absolutely, It's super cool. He's on his bike. But let's go on to Loyalty featuring Rihanna. So I'm kind of feeling good on this one. That's maybe where I'd put it. Where are you thinking about it?
Totally agree. I mean, I love what Rihanna did here because it's kind of a hybrid between rapping and singing. But yeah, it's definitely Kendrick's most radio-friendly song, and it works in the context of the album Damn, but it's not a song that I revisit all that much.
That's very true, but I'll never skip it though, because
No, it's not a skip.
I like doing Damn from start to finish, and this does add context to the album. So Loyalty goes into good, but let's go on to All Right. It's one of his most iconic songs of all time, and this is one of the most important songs from the 2010 decade, and maybe in the whole genre, to be honest with you. So are we going perfect with this? Are we going all right perfect?
It is perfect. The message is beautiful. Just the idea of unity and also Kendrick's performance. I think it's one of his most underrated performances, especially when you're thinking about his rhyme patterns and double time flow. Rhythmically, he's playing the role of a drum kit, bro. If you really listen to all the intricate rhyme patterns, it's really insane. So definitely for the message, it deserves the perfect. But let's now go on to Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. And this song proved to me that, like, given the opportunity, Kendrick Lamar could give us a better chorus than Lady Gaga, bro. Because if you listen to that Lady Gaga version, Kendrick ended up delivering the better hook.
Absolutely. And Lady Gaga was actually supposed to be on this song, but Kendrick ended up doing the hook like Lou just said, and you guys could actually go listen to the original version on YouTube. I want to go between great or amazing here. What do you think?
Oh, I'd go perfect, bro. Like, this song is...
No, you can't.
Bro,
no.
This song will be in rotation for life, and...
I get you. Dude, it's one of my favorite songs.
It works for a party setting. It works for a car ride. It works when you're having those kind of, like, deep personal reflections. It's an all-time vibe, bro.
I get it. It is an all-time vibe, but I don't think that... I don't think it's on the level of All Right or How Much a Dollar Costs. I'm being honest with you. I think I would go amazing on it. It's an amazing song, bro.
That's perfect to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a perfect song.
Bro, I don't know,
especially
man.
how it's all about, like, the music industry.
I love the song. It's one of my favorite in his catalog. But, like, unbiased apart, like, looking at the song itself, I have to put it on that amazing or great level.
Because what's a flaw with it, bro?
No. There's no flaw with it. But, like,
I think it's on the level of How Much a Dollar Costs and Money Trees, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I really do think so.
That's a steamy hot take. But listen, we're gonna go through this whole fucking list, and like you probably won't find the flaw with each of these songs. You just have to put them into context of where you know, one is.
And I think it stacks up against the others for sure.
Okay, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, perfect, but we're not doing that again, man. We got to be a bit tighter with these. But let's go on to Untitled 07. This is one of my favorite cuts off of this, you know, I would say compilation EP, I guess if you could call it like that. A bunch of Lucy's from the era of To Pimp a Butterfly, and I think it is my favorite from Untitled.
It's one of the best, easily.
Absolutely. I would go great on it, though. I think I'm going great on Untitled 07.
I could see it going in amazing, but I'll budge and go into great. But I just love the fact of the songs about, you know, him starting off on a high and then coming down from that high. It was beautifully done, and it's one of those 8-minute Kendrick songs that never really loses replay value for me. So we'll go great, but again, bro, I would have gone amazing on this one. I think it's one of the best in his catalog.
All right, let's go on to DNA. So a lot of people got cheesed at us for the last one because we put this in the perfect rating for the other one.
Deservingly so.
Deservingly so, but in the context of a Kendrick Lamar tier list, is this in the perfect SS tier, like next to How Much a Dollar Costs? And
bro, this song showed me that Kendrick was built different, bro. Like, that's what I took out of it, is the fact that the way that he's defying the rules of syntax, the way that he is just flowing like a beast on this song, bro. Like, it's absolutely incredible, and it's one of his best technical displays that I've ever heard. And even the Give Me Some Ganja sample, come on, bro, it's so iconic.
Is it on the perfect level? Is it How Much a Dollar Cost level? That's what we have to be asking each other here. Is it on the all right level?
We'll go amazing, but again, if you want my opinion, bro, it's a flawless song.
I know. Listen, man, I feel bad not giving all these songs perfect, but we got to be fair here. Let's go on to For Free Interlude. Man, this is iconic to that track list, and there's a lot of comedic value to it, but it actually does play a significant role within the track list, and there's so many people that love this song. I would go between good and great, to be honest with you. That would probably be it's easily
one of the best jazz compositions on TPAB, and like going from the saxophones to the grand piano. I mean, the instruments are incredible, and I love Kendrick's kind of like freestyle jazz rap flow, and also the cadence is totally unique. But yeah, I think a great rating is fair for it.
Yeah, great rating for free?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go on to Mad City. So this is one of my favorite songs off of Get Kid, Mad City. I remember listening to this song and I'm like, how does Kendrick rap like this? You know, just how much aggression there is through his voice, and especially all the voice and flow switches throughout the song is super impressive. That beat switch is incredible as well. So...
oh, come on. Don't tell me it's not on the perfect level, bro. Let's not do this
Yeah, but
right
this is
now.
the problem,
it's
bro.
Mad City, bro.
You set this up for, like, now you have to put it on the level of Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Of course.
But, like, I don't put Mad City and Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe on the level of All Right and How Much a Dollar Cost.
I do. Absolutely. Because, I mean, not every song... you can't say that a message makes a song automatically better than another.
But that's not what I'm saying, though. I'm saying that I don't think that they're on the quality of writing or even production.
Oh, Mad City's not on the quality of writing?
No, I don't. How much a dollar
bodies
costs?
on top of bodies, Ivies on top of Ivies.
I mean, like,
obviously, the coroner between the sheets, like the Isleys. Come on, bro.
You could read all the genius lyrics you want. I still don't think that it's on the level of How Much a Dollar costs.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is, bro. The beat switch too. Just the way that he's representing the madness within Compton. It's masterful, bro. It's a perfect song. It's a perfect song.
All right. Well, listen, we'll go perfect again. This whole tier list is gonna end up being perfect. But let's go on to Yeah. All right, man. So we have very different views on this song. You think it's one of the weakest off of Damn. I think it's one of my favorites. Again, I'm willing to budge with you here. What do you want to give it?
I probably go good on this song. Like,
okay.
I do like the change in cadence. He's more mellow on this song, and very nonchalant. But I think that, I don't know, I was kind of never too thrilled by the performance itself. The production's nice, but I think it's just a good song.
Okay, I agree with you. In comparison to the rest of this tier list, I would put it on the good level, but The Blacker the Berry, this is one of the best Kendrick Lamar rapping performances I've seen within his whole discography. The boy won, the beat absolutely slaps, and the concept of the song is beautiful as well, because Kendrick is having this type of performance with that type of content matter on one of the biggest stages in the whole world with everyone looking at him. Where are you going with this?
Between amazing.
Amazing on this?
Yeah.
So we're putting Mad City at... Is this a better song than Mad City?
I think Mad City's a better song than The Blacker the Berry.
Very debatable, but I agree. Let's go amazing on The Blacker the Berry. Let's go on to Poetic Justice featuring Drake. This is interesting because I know you explained me the concept of this song a couple of weeks ago. How does like the writing tight knit to each other? Like we were trying to do this for a TikTok episode. Take us through that.
Yeah, because the whole time, I mean, Kendrick is just rapping about the power of his words and poetically what he's able to do. And you have that throughout the entire verse where he's kind of just rapping about how every time he writes these words, they become a taboo, because if he doesn't like package a song to have radio or pop appeal, then people aren't going to listen to it. That's kind of how he felt earlier on in his career. And that's what he does here is he talks about, obviously it's a love song, targeted towards Shireen, but it's deeper than that. And it's about, if you really look deep into the lyrics, you'll find gold mines in those lines. So I love what Kendrick did. And I also love the Drake feature, bro. It's super slept on, such a smooth cadence. Is it great or amazing?
Great.
I think great is fair.
Yeah, I think great is definitely fair. Putting it on that great rating is definitely there. But again, this would maybe be one of the best songs in your favorite rappers, discography.
Facts,
it just shows the quality within the consistency, in Kendrick's discography. But let's go on to No Makeup. Bro, I've told you so many times about how I don't like this song. I still listen. I've been going back to Section 80 for nearly a decade now, and I still can't find myself listening to it.
It's not a bad song. Like, I think as a storytelling cut, it's just average, but it's just not enjoyable to listen to. Even the chorus by Colin, it's really not that cool,
I would go
bro.
mid, bro. I'm being honest.
I think it is a mid song.
I
Absolutely,
think it's a mid song.
Probably like one of the weakest in his catalog for sure.
But the messaging is cool on it. I just think that like even
sonically, it's just it doesn't hit on many
I
levels.
agree with you. As a Kendrick fan, like I probably have to put it there. But let's go on to Element. This is another major track for Damn. Where am I putting this, man?
I think it's a great song.
I think it's a great song.
Yeah,
I think it would probably fit there perfectly. Do you think it's on the level of, let's say, do we have that song? I don't want to say the song before we get onto it. Okay, we have the song. We have those two songs before we get onto this.
Yeah,
we'll get onto that later on to the tier list. But let's go on to I. Man, do you prefer the single version or do you prefer the album version?
I prefer the album version because listening to the way the song is mixed and mastered makes me feel like it was taken from like a live recording. Like it feels like I literally witnessed it in person, and that's what I love about it. Apart from that, it's just such an uplifting song, especially in comparison to the next song we're going to talk about. And
not only that, but I think it's also a full circle moment on that album because it kind of gives you the perspective of like where To Pimp a Butterfly is going thematically as well, and how like that I and then we're gonna get onto You on the next song kind of act as like the yin and the yang, and like how that becomes a balanced energy and how you have to appreciate both of them. So where are we going with this, man? I think listen, it's a really fucking good,
beautiful anthem about self-love, bro. Like it's super powerful, but is it on the upper echelon of Kendrick's catalog?
Yes, I think so. Is it on the...
Is it great or amazing? That's the question, bro.
I'm going amazing on it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I think going on to You now, I think You is amazing as well because they're equally as important to the concept of The Pimp a Butterfly.
You see, no. I would argue that You is the better song personally.
Okay, are you going perfect with You? Because even the skit, like, the maid knocking on the door, hearing the bottles clanking, the Kendrick crying voice, the pain, being shot out. Yes, I think we have to go You.
Bro,
perfect.
This is the most like emotionally riveting Kendrick song I've ever heard, and he kind of comes in with a crying voice.
It's almost scary to a certain extent.
It is scary. It's haunting, and it's all about survivor's guilt and how he feels like when he left Compton behind, he maybe left his soul behind, and just the pain of not being able to be there when his friends have lost their lives. It's a song that perfectly describes what it feels like to feel like you're doubting yourself and losing your fucking mind, bro.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect
for
song.
you. Perfect for
Perfect
you.
song.
I Amazing, You Perfect. I think those are definitely justified. But let's go on to Swimming Pools. Listen, I don't want to hear any fucking perfect ratings for this song, okay? Where are we putting this? Are we putting this between great or amazing? I think that's where we have to go with it.
I love the song because like on surface level it's a party banger, but really it's about the dangers of like alcoholism. So I think message wise it's genius, and even Kendrick's conscience, bro. Like that shit.
That's true. That was
really dope.
That was genius to bring in. But
Um,
is it okay?
I feel so bad like putting some of these songs in great, bro, because
It is a great song though. In comparison to everything else, keep that in mind. You know, where are you putting this? I would maybe put this on the great level. I'm being honest with you.
yeah, look, I could have gone amazing, but I'll budge with the great.
I think Swimming Pools is a great song, but let's go on to Rigor Mortis. Is this one of the most vicious Kendrick performances that you've ever seen within his
The
whole
way he
discography?
comes in with his fucking lethal energy over those
Crazy.
trumpets, bro. In terms of just his rapping ability, this is one of his best showcases. And
Facts.
for anyone who says that Kendrick isn't a lyricist on the level of a Black Thought or a Rakim or whoever else, this is one of those songs that really makes a strong case. And what's interesting is that rigor mortis actually means when a corpse kind of remains still and does not move. And what's interesting is that Kendrick's flows are also not moving, not fluctuating. They're kind of unbreakable throughout the track. And I just think the performance is mind-blowing. Is it amazing, though? That's the question. Is it amazing or great?
I want to go amazing on
Yeah.
Rigor Mortis. I have to.
Lyrically, bro,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
the pen
performance
game is
and
top
it's weird.
tier.
It's too iconic within his catalog. I think a lot of people started to get convinced about Kendrick Lamar's music with Rigor Mortis. But listen, let's go on to, I think this is my favorite hip hop song of all time. This song has changed my life. It's changed my perspective on things, and that is Fear. I used to get home after work, bro, and like whenever I had a bad day or like, you feel fear, within your everyday lifestyle. Kendrick puts it into different perspectives, but within different time warps. Like he's kind of traveling back in time and explaining you that emotion that he had, when he was 7 years old. Then he did it when he was 17, and then he did it when, he was 27. And watching that progression of fear and how it started impacting his life at different moments within, his spiritual being, how he's grown as a person, really puts stuff into perspective for you and how you should be handling it. So, dude, it's perfect. It's one of his best songs ever, to be honest.
Yeah, it's one of his most personal and like cathartic efforts for sure. And I just think that it feels like a time capsule. It's the one Kendrick song that I feel like I'm kind of seeing the trajectory of his life over the span of 3 decades, and it's just perfectly executed. So there's no question there, bro. Absolutely.
All right, let's go on to King Kunta. This was a major anthem, especially, when this came out in 2015. Did a lot, and I feel as if
A
it's
song about the yams.
Absolutely, and it's such an important song to a lot of Kendrick fans because, it was kind of like this different type of aesthetic and rapping style that he never really attacked before either. And like the whole thing about, the whole bar, like rappers staying in like, jail cells because of like the double, like because of the ghostwriting allegations and all that kind of stuff was really cool too. That stirred up some controversy. But where are you putting King Kunta? Amazing or perfect? What are you doing with?
I'd probably go great on this,
Yeah,
to be
you go
honest.
great on
yeah,
King
I mean,
Kunta?
look,
Okay.
I feel like it's like the one competitive song. Like Kendrick always has like one fierce competitive track on his album, and that's the one here. And it's cool that he did it over a more funky type beat. But I mean, I don't think it's exceptional or really outstanding in terms of like the overall scope of his catalog. So to me, it's a great song.
All right, let's go on to The Art of Peer Pressure, Automatic Perfect. This was the most cinematic song to ever be created in Kendrick's discography, especially with
Arguable.
What would you put over it?
Sing
Cinematic
about me.
vibe.
Sing about me, maybe.
But I'm talking about really being put in that setting. Like
That's
really,
true.
Like
yeah,
really
because
being
you
put
really
into the
feel
setting.
like you're in the backseat of that white Toyota with Kendrick and the
Like
homies.
the home
like,
invasion, like you could kind of picture them going up the stairs and going into different rooms and grabbing what they can. The whole police chase at the end of it and how the whole story ties in together. Kendrick's mom on the phone, like asking where he is. Like, it's perfect.
It's a perfect song.
It was a perfectly executed song.
Absolutely.
Let's go on to Entitled 03, a very underrated track within Kendrick's discography, but. Where are we going with this? Is it on the level of Untitled 07? Are we holding it up to that
No,
standard?
I don't think it's on that level. I think it's still a really solid song. So I'm kind of in between good and great.
I
What
would
do
go
you think?
good. I would go good for
Okay,
Untitled 03.
that's
But
fair.
it's still like I was listening to it the other day and still has a fuckload of replay value. But let's go on to Feel. Is this top 3 off a damn for you?
Is a top 3 probably. I just love the fact that like the whole rhyme pattern and scheme kind of revolves around the word feel, and then it never gets repetitive. It never gets static, and I just love the fact that he's able to, vocalizes emotions with so much clarity.
Not only
the
that,
track.
but I'm not sure if you noticed this, but as the song progresses, it seems like Kendrick's getting more and more frustrated with all these things that he's feeling.
You have that tonal shift.
And then you have the tonal shift that happens, and then even the beat speeds up at a certain point, and it's like, okay, like then you're locked in for the end of the song. So even the time changes within the track are super impressive. I'd go amazing for Feel.
It's definitely an amazing song.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Let's go on to Backseat Freestyle. Another vicious performance by Kendrick. Is this on the level of Rigor Mortis?
Bro, I love the sound effect Hit Boy uses for this because it's kind of the bells that you would hear at like a railroad crossing, and it's genius because it's so unorthodox. And this is Kendrick, like, rapping from the perspective of a 16-year-old self, just, talking about wanting, girls and money. You know what I mean? The kind of basic things that you'd want as a kid. And I think lyrically it's pretty insane. Is it one of his best ever songs? Not really, but it was cool to get a song on Good Kid, Mad City where he's kind of just having fun. You know what I mean? Like, this is a very fun song to listen to. I think it's great.
All right, we'll go great with Backseat Freestyle. Cartoons and Cereal. Man, I've been on this song lately. This is one of the best songs he's ever released, but I don't know if it's on the perfect or amazing level, bro. What are you saying?
This is one of his best ever songs, bro. I think
are we
that
going perfect?
it's a fucking shame that this couldn't make Good Kid, Mad City because of that sample clearance, bro. Like, it should have been on there. I mean, I think it's amazing, bro. I think it's amazing, especially that you get the perspective of Kendrick and then the perspective of Gunplay, someone who's being distracted by television and entertainment, and someone else who's really living that life, and kind of, again, the duality, the fucking dichotomy between two different lifestyles. It's genius. And even the gun ad libs from Kendrick, bro,
iconic.
Love them.
And you hear how well this would have fit into that track list. It would have fit.
Amazing song, absolutely.
If Cartoons and Cereal would have been introduced into GKMC,
I'm still waiting for it to be on DSPs, bro. I can't wait.
I got it, man.
Are you serious? You transferred it? Okay.
Yeah, I had to download it from YouTube, and then after that, put it onto my iTunes. So, Cartoons and Cereal slots into amazing. Michael Jordan featuring Schoolboy Q, one of his earliest songs in his discography. If you guys are not familiar with Overly Dedicated, please go and listen to it because it shows you how Kendrick is starting to come into his own as a rapper. It's not as polished as Section 80. It's definitely not as good sonically, but
I think you could also argue that the Kendrick Lamar EP is maybe even stronger than Overly Dedicated. I think there's an argument to be made for that. But
tough.
This song, I'll be honest, I might get shit for it, but it does nothing for me. I really think that there's no substance, there's no real entertainment value, and when looking at a Kendrick and Schoolboy collab,
it's definitely on the bottom.
It's at the bottom, bro.
All right, so we're going with mid.
I think it's a mid song for sure.
It's on the level of No Makeup. All right, just for the sake of the tier list, we'll put it there. But let's go on to Duckworth. Again, when it comes to these storytelling cuts, Kendrick does not stop, and I think that the way that this was introduced within the album was so fucking genius because it ties into the overall concept, and it's the whole concept of
you would say
Kendrick's boss going into KFC while his dad was working, and just because Kendrick's father would give him extra biscuits or whatever it is, he would
didn't
be cool
stick
with
up
it.
the place.
Absolutely, he'd be cool with it.
And it's a song about good karma and destiny. And what's amazing is that Ninth Wonder actually did a video with NPR where he broke down how he made the beat, and the song flips 3 samples that come from 3 different generations, from 3 different countries, and 3 different genres. What's also cool is that the song revolves around 3 people: Kendrick, his father, and Top Dog, and it covers 3 important aspects of Kendrick's life: his family life, his work life with Top Dog Entertainment, and his individuality, what shaped him as a person. Because if his dad wasn't going to be able to be a role model, maybe Kendrick would have taken a different path in his life. So I'm a sucker for a good storytelling song, but when you add real events into there and you have a twist at the end of it, you have my fucking money every time.
Absolutely. It's a perfect song.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Top tier on Damn. Let's go on to High Power. This was my favorite Kendrick Lamar song for a long time, and it's still in my top 3 Kendrick Lamar songs. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Wow.
Bro, this has so much importance to his career because this is the Kendrick's movement, and it's him explaining his soul and the way that he approaches his life, especially at a young age. And High Power blossomed into so many different songs within his discography, especially on that spiritual level that I want to go perfect on High Power.
Wow, I don't think it's a perfect song at all, to be honest. Bro. I really don't think so.
Dude,
I think
it's
the whole
a better song
message
than
of
Mad City.
Heart, honor, respect. No, it's not,
it's
bro.
It's a better song than Mad
That's
City.
an awful take.
No, it's a better song than
That's
Mad City.
That's a really awful take.
Dude, bro, I've budged for you on 3 different occasions on this tier list.
Listen, I would probably even put this at great. I mean, the J. Cole production's fantastic. I love the message as well, but it's not a perfect song to me. If you want to go amazing, sure, but I totally disagree. You want to go amazing? What do you
We're
saying?
putting "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" above this. I
Okay,
don't
you
know,
really
bro.
want to put it in the perfect.
Okay, we'll go amazing. We'll just,
right.
but you guys know where I stand with it. Let's go on to Wesley's Theory, the perfect way to open up to Pimp a Butterfly, and probably the best intro track to any Kendrick Lamar album. And I think it's one of also the first tracks that I really gravitated towards when listening to that album for the first time, and convinced me that, okay, this is really worth going back and trying to dissect it. So Wesley's Theory, where are we putting this, man? What's going on?
Fuck, man. It's amazing or perfect for me. Absolutely. It's really on that level. It's one of my favorites.
This is a tough call. This is a really tough call. Fuck. Let's do shit,
Bro,
I'll let you go
bro.
for it.
Thundercat on the bass, the fusion of jazz and funk. It's just even Uncle Sam. Kendrick rapping from the perspective of Uncle Sam in the second verse. It's perfect, bro. For me. What are you saying? You agree with that?
I agree with that. Okay, let's go perfect with it. But the next one we have is Pride. Are we going great or amazing with Pride? What are you saying with this?
Oof. I think it has like one of the best openings of any Kendrick song. Like Steve Lacy's guitar and then the left to right panning of the production is just genius. But I don't know. What's also cool is that Kendrick's kind of like shifting his pitch from one line to the next, kind of like maybe influenced by Prince a little bit. Just genius stuff. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is tough.
Because you see, like, now we're going to start stacking them up too much in the amazing or perfect rating. I don't know if Pride's on that level. Yes, it is on that level, but fuck.
You want to go great or amazing?
I don't want to start making excuses.
If the quality's there, the quality's there. You know what I mean?
It is there. It is definitely there. Okay, let's go amazing on it. We have to. We absolutely have to. It's one of the best off of Damn. But let's go about Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. It's fucking perfect. I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
How many times we've talked about this song on the podcast and how like everything tied, like it's the best. It's
Kendrick's best song. For
best
me.
song of all time. It is absolutely.
You could argue that.
Like it's not my favorite, but unbiased, like looking at the song itself, absolutely.
He cracked the code to a storytelling track. Like he literally beat the fucking game at
Not
that.
only
And
that,
the
but,
three
like,
different perspectives.
Absolutely, but what's also cool about it is
goodness.
that Kendrick was talking about how it took him over a year and a half to write that song because Sing About Me and I'm Dying of Thirst were two different songs. And then after that, he ended up fusing them together, which makes one of his most lengthiest tracks within his whole discography. But it works so well in the context of how his catalog ended up playing out. Then absolutely perfect.
You know what's crazy? How Dave's brother, who, represented by the first verse, he ends up like dying mid-sentence. And he says like, sing about me, tell my story to the people. And then same thing for Keisha's sister. She says, I just don't want to fade out. I don't want to get sucked in by this life of prostitution. And then, like, the volume just trickles out and it fades away.
And you could hear it for a while.
The storytelling devices are genius, bro.
Absolutely. And you could hear how like those vocals were engineered and how they were mastered, because you still hear like her vocals, well, Kendrick's representing her, fading out like 30 seconds in, bro. Like it's literally like one of the most like perfect transitions I've ever seen.
Yeah, this song made me reevaluate my whole life. So I mean, it's got to be perfect.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Let's go on to The Recipe featuring Dr. Dre. I love this song for the replay value and accessibility of it. I'd go great with this though. I think
You think this could have fit on like you feel like it's in the same like realm or vibe of like 2001 by Dre? Like, do you think it's like along that playing field?
No, because it's maybe a lot softer. I think
yes, but in feeling, like I feel like it's just that perfect celebratory LA type anthem. You know what I mean?
Yes, okay, yes. Then I think it can, but I think it is different sonically than what's 2001. But good or great with this? I would put it great, but I could see it going
great.
You'd go great on it?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go on to Keisha's song, and this is one of your favorite songs of all time from Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, but putting the bias aside, as deep as it is storytelling wise, I don't know if sonically it's one of his best ever songs. So, I mean, what's cool though is that Kendrick actually made this song for his little sister and played it for her, when she was of age to make sure that she would never consider a life of prostitution. And he's not really demeaning that lifestyle, but he's just showing you the dangers that come with it. And again, message-wise, it's super powerful, but is it a song that you'll maybe want to play every day? Not really. It's kind of a tough listen. So for that reason, I could go great or amazing. I'll leave it to you.
Great or amazing?
What are you saying?
Storytelling wise, it deserves to be on the amazing level. I think
it's tough.
Fuck. Okay, let's go amazing with it. I think Keisha's song is definitely amazing. Let's go on to Entitled to Wait. Again, another super underrated. feel like the whole fucking album is super underrated as a whole. Like the sonics that you're getting from this album are beautiful because they're all kind of like the leftovers from one of the greatest albums of all time, and you could see how that kind of plays into like the cohesiveness of the album because it all has a similar sonic direction with all the jazzy production and the kind of vocal inflections that Kendrick's playing without throughout the whole track list. But this is one of the more groovier songs on the whole album, and I also think that is it on the level of Untitled '07 or '03?
It's better than '03.
It's better than '03, but it's not better than '07.
No, and we put '07 where? Amazing, I think.
'07 went great.
I think I'd go great with this too, bro.
You'd go
because
great on
you don't
Untitled
hear
08?
like Kendrick sing that often, and I just feel like he really tapped into like '70s soul here, and it kind of felt like it could have fit in on like a 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. Like it kind of had that energy, and it's unlike any other Kendrick song I've ever heard before, and for that reason, I feel like it was such a risk that paid off for Kendrick.
I would put it good though. I would put it on the same level as in '03.
Anyways,
I don't think it's on the same.
strongly disagree, but we can go good with this.
I would go good with Untitled
All right.
08, but let's go on to Ignorance is Bliss. This is another song off of Overly Dedicated, and one of the songs that got him a lot of attention and really started to like get people buzzing around this
It's a
name.
song that made Dre want to sign him.
Absolutely, but where do you place this? Do you go great, amazing? What are you saying with it?
I love the manifestation because he's kind of like predicting his future success and how he's going to shift the culture. That was pretty dope to see throughout it at such an early point in his career. Good or great for me? What are you saying?
I'll go good with it.
I'll go good.
I would
Yeah.
go good with Ignorance is Bliss. Look out for Detox. If you guys are not familiar with this song,
Came out in
fuck,
2010.
guys, go to YouTube right now and go watch it. It's such a great fucking music video as well. And like this is at the time where like Dr. Dre was really starting with Kendrick Lamar to cook up some good shit. And like, dude,
Yo, Childish Gambino went so mad with this production, bro. Like
nuts.
the beat is amazing, and yeah, Kendrick kills it. It kind of feels like a freestyle for how raw it is, but again, lyrically, one of his best efforts, and you guys should check it out. I think it's a great song.
It is a great song. Yeah, it's on the level of backseat freestyle for me. But let's end off this tier list. This is a big favorite for you and I, Lou. The Jig Is Up. Man, I remember listening to this back in like secondary 1 in high school, and we were just mind blown. We had no idea what he was talking about, but it was just the energy that you were getting locked
That
into.
ultra confidence, bro. And this is him riding the high
Crazy.
after Good Kid, Mad City had come out. And for the longest time, I feel like people have just been like sleeping on this underrated gem. Again, another song just like High Power that was produced by J. Cole, and it hits so fucking hard. And it's Kendrick, dropping these lyrical bombs for 3 minutes straight, and he's literally, rapping about fucking up the charts and just his dominance within the game.
Even him being on the roof.
Yeah,
That's
as much
an
as I love
iconic
the
moment.
song, though, I don't think it stacks up to the other tracks that we have in The Amazing.
No. I
think it's great.
With it. It was definitely a great effort within his discography. But guys, let us know where we fucked up. Let us know where we got it right, and do your own ratings for a lot of these songs, and let us know in the comment section what is your favorite Kendrick Lamar song and the song that lets you get into Kendrick Lamar's music. Because crafting this list, now going back into it, it's crazy how as a listener I've gone back to a lot of these and I've gained so much different value over the years, and that's all you guys could expect with Kendrick Lamar. So we will be doing another tier list for all of the songs on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That will be coming out after the album drops, so please subscribe if you have not already. And guys, it's Kendrick season, so get hyped. It's an amazing time to be a music fan right now. Thank you so much for watching this, and we'll catch you on the next one.